There comes a point when you grow tired of chasing people, chasing validation, chasing a version of life that never feels complete. You start to realize, the more you try to control everything, the less control you actually have. So you stop, you breathe, and for the first time, you turn your attention inward. That's when something shifts, the noise fades, the chaos softens, and life begins to align itself in ways you never forced, never planned, never expected, because when you focus on yourself, your peace, your discipline, your growth, everything else quietly falls into place. Welcome to the Stoic Island. We grow up believing that life is something to be managed, that happiness is built by forcing things to go our way. We plan, we push, we chase, and when things slip through our fingers, we blame ourselves for not trying hard enough. But the truth is simpler, and harder to accept. You were never in control. You can influence, you can prepare, you can act, but you can never control the outcome. Not people, not time. Not even the smallest twist of fate. The Stoics called this the Great Divide, things within your control, and things beyond it. Epictetus said, some things are up to us, and some are not. That's the line that separates peace from suffering, when you spend your days trying to fix what isn't yours to fix. You drain your soul into emptiness. You try to change someone's opinion of you, but their thoughts belong to them. You fight to make life go faster, but time moves at its own pace. You plan for certainty, but the universe was never built to obey you. The more you chase control, the more it slips away. Like trying to hold water with your hands, the tighter you grip, the faster it runs through your fingers. So what do you do instead? You let go. You turn your focus from the outcome to the effort, from what you can't hold to what you can shape. You control your thoughts, your reactions, your habits. You become a master not of circumstances, but of yourself. Because peace is not found in mastering the world, it's found in mastering your response to it. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That's the beginning of true freedom, to live without needing the world to obey your plans, to act with calmness, do your best, and trust that whatever happens next was always meant to happen. You were never supposed to control life. You were meant to flow with it. When you finally stop trying to control the world, you're left with one question: what now? The answer is simple. You turn your gaze inward. You focus on yourself. But somewhere along the way, society made that sound wrong. They told you it's selfish, that to care for yourself is to neglect others, that your worth comes from how much you give, how much you serve, how much you please. And so, you learn to shrink yourself, to keep saying yes when you meant no, to chase validation. Instead of peace, to live for everyone else while forgetting the person in the mirror. But focusing on yourself is not selfish, it's survival, it's returning home. When you begin to focus inward, everything starts to change, not because the world suddenly becomes easier, but because you stop wasting your strength on things that don't matter. You stop trying to be everywhere, and start being here. You stop explaining yourself to people who don't listen. You stop proving your worth, because you finally see it yourself. You begin to rebuild, slowly, quietly, patiently. You read more. You walk alone. You breathe deeper. You eat to nourish, not to distract. You speak with intention, not noise. Little by little, your mind becomes clearer, your emotions steadier, your boundaries stronger. You no longer react to everything that tries to shake you, because you've learned that peace isn't found by fixing the world, but by strengthening your inner world. This is what the Stoics meant by self-mastery. to be so rooted within yourself, that you remain unshaken, not because you don't care, but because you finally understand what truly deserves your care. Seneca once wrote, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself." When you focus on yourself, you're not ignoring the world, you're preparing to serve it better. You cannot pour from an empty cup, you cannot lead others when you're lost within. So stop apologizing for choosing peace over chaos, growth over gossip, stillness over noise. It's not selfish, it's sacred, because the moment you decide to nurture your mind, your body, and your soul, you become the kind of person who brings calm wherever you go. You stop taking energy from the world, and start giving it back, in a better form. That's what happens when you focus on yourself. You stop seeking light, and start becoming it. There's a quiet kind of strength that the world rarely understands. It isn't loud, it doesn't seek attention, and it doesn't fight for control. It's called detachment. Most people think detachment means not caring, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Detachment means you care deeply, but you are no longer owned by what you care about. You can love someone and still let them go. You can give your best effort and still release the outcome. You can lose something valuable and still remain whole. This is the essence of freedom, Epictetus said. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. And that's what detachment really is, the art of responding instead of reacting. Of remaining calm when life tries to provoke you, of standing still when the storm demands your panic, because the truth is, attachment breeds suffering. When you tie your peace to things outside yourself, to people, success, possessions, validation, you've given away your power. You've built your house on moving sand. Detachment is not apathy. It's clarity. It's the moment you realize you don't need to chase what's already meant for you. You don't need to force what doesn't flow. You don't need to hold on so tightly to what was never yours to keep. You simply let life move, and you move with it. That's when peace begins, because the more you let go, the lighter you become. The lighter you become, the clearer you see, and the clearer you see, the more you understand. You were never losing anything, you were only shedding what wasn't aligned. Detachment gives you space to breathe, to act without fear, to love without control, to live without resistance. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Receive without pride, let go without attachment." That is the mark of a free soul, someone who walks through life open-handed, knowing that everything they need will come and go at the right time. The Stoic doesn't chase what drifts away, nor does he cling to what stays. He simply remains still, grounded in what he can control, his mind, his actions, his peace, and in that stillness, he becomes untouchable, because detachment isn't weakness, it's power, the kind that can't be shaken, bought, or taken. The world you experience is not the world as it is, it's the world as you are. Two people can walk through the same storm, one curses the rain, the other feels grateful for the cleansing. Nothing changed outside, everything changed within. That's the secret most people never learn. Your outer world is a mirror, reflecting the state of your inner world. When your mind is restless, life feels chaotic. When your thoughts are heavy, everything around you seems harder than it is. But when you cultivate stillness, life begins to flow with a strange kind of harmony. It's not that the world suddenly becomes perfect, it's that you stop resisting what is. You stop trying to force timing, outcomes, and people to fit your expectations. And in doing so, you open space for life to align naturally. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." And that isn't poetry, it's physics of the soul. The energy you carry creates ripples far beyond your awareness. When you operate from fear, you attract chaos. When you move from calmness, you attract clarity. Think of it like this: when a lake is agitated, it can't reflect the sky, but when it's still, the entire universe is mirrored within it. Your life works the same way. When your inner world is loud, filled with anger, envy, impatience, you can't see clearly what's meant for you. But when you quiet your mind, the right people, opportunities, and directions begin to appear, not by magic, but because you finally stopped creating noise between you and them. This is why focusing on yourself matters so deeply. You cannot change the world while you're at war with yourself. You cannot attract peace while you live in chaos. Fix the root, not the leaves. Master your energy, and watch your reality shift. Because life doesn't respond to your words, it responds to your state. When you move with patience, the right timing finds you. When you move with gratitude, the right people are drawn to you. When you move with purpose, life quietly clears your path. The Stoic doesn't force the universe, he becomes aligned with it, and in that alignment, everything begins to make sense, without effort, without control, without noise. The world doesn't change when you demand it to, it changes when you do. Once you understand that peace begins within, you realize something powerful. You are the architect of your own foundation. The world may shake, but it can't collapse what you've built inside. The Stoics called this the inner fortress, a place no storm can enter, no loss can destroy, no insult can penetrate. But such strength doesn't appear overnight. It's forged, quietly, in the choices you make every single day. You build your foundation when you wake up early to face the day with purpose, when you choose discipline over comfort, when you decide to stay calm when everything around you screams for a reaction, each moment of restraint, each breath of patience. Each act of integrity is another stone laid in that fortress. Most people try to build their security on fragile ground: money, approval, attention, status. But those things crumble the moment life shifts. True power comes from what can't be taken: your character, your resilience, your self-control. Seneca wrote, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." The hardships you face are not punishments, they are chisels, shaping you into something unbreakable. When you stop running from discomfort and start using it as training, you transform pain into strength. Each disappointment teaches detachment, each failure teaches humility. Each moment of solitude teaches self-trust. This is the quiet work, the kind no one sees, but everyone feels when you walk into a room, because people can sense when you're rooted, when your calm isn't forced, when your confidence isn't loud, when your peace doesn't depend on the weather outside. That's what it means to build your inner foundation, to live from the inside out. To become so steady that nothing external can disturb the balance you've created within. It doesn't mean you won't feel pain, it means pain no longer controls you. It doesn't mean life gets easier, it means you become stronger. The Stoic doesn't seek a life without storms, he seeks the strength to stand through them. And once your foundation is built, once you've mastered yourself, you'll see that everything else has already begun to fall into place. There comes a moment, after all the struggle and noise, when you simply stop. You stop chasing, you stop forcing, you stop needing life to look a certain way, and in that quiet surrender, something shifts. The world that once felt chaotic begins to settle. The people who don't belong drift away. The things that once drained you lose their pull. And what remains is peace, not because life became easier, but because you stopped fighting it. This is the paradox of growth. When you finally let go, you gain everything that truly matters. When you stop demanding, you start receiving. When you stop trying to control the flow, you begin to move with it. The Stoics understood this long before us. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs?" That is not fatalism, it's faith. Faith in the order of nature, faith in the idea that what's meant for you will never require you to lose yourself to have it. When you focus on yourself, your peace, your discipline, your clarity, you begin to align with that order, and the universe, somehow, seems to respond, not by granting your every wish, but by placing in your path exactly what you need to grow. The people who match your energy appear, the opportunities that align with your values unfold. The timing of things, once frustratingly slow, suddenly feels perfect. It's not coincidence, it's consequence. The outer world rearranges itself around the energy you carry within. So don't chase what runs, don't force what resists, don't beg for what requires you to shrink. Focus instead on becoming. Because when you become calm, chaos avoids you. When you become sure, doubt disappears. When you become whole, you stop needing. And that's when everything, people, peace, purpose, begins to quietly fall into place. No effort, no struggle, just flow. That's the secret the Stoics were trying to teach all along. Life is not meant to be conquered, it's meant to be understood. And once you understand yourself, you've already mastered the world. If these words reached you, maybe it's because you were ready to hear them. The truth is simple: when you stop trying to control life, life starts to guide you. When you focus on becoming grounded, everything else begins to align. That's the quiet lesson of the Stoics. Peace isn't found by escaping the storm, it's found by standing still within it. So as this video ends, take a moment, breathe, feel the silence between your thoughts. That space, that stillness, is where your true power lies. If this message spoke to something inside you, consider joining this island, the Stoic Island, a place for those who seek calm in a world of noise. Subscribe, not for more content, but for more reminders of who you already are beneath the chaos. Until next time, stay grounded, stay present, and remember, everything will fall into place.